Hello YouTube, my name is Fernando and this is the IRX versus the IR-J. Which one? Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that song. So the rhythms on that song were all the IR-J and so is the lead. But I will show you, of course, the mix of both of them without the lead so you could hear the rhythms back and forth and hear the comparison of as to how they sound. So just some points of note. Both rhythms were played with this guitar. It's an LP copy with Doug Ulrich Sir pickups. It's a full-bodied guitar, that's for sure. It's got great sound. And the leads were played on this guitar, which is a Schecter Super Shredder, as they call it. Sounds really good, plays really well. These are active pickups, except as I mentioned in the IR-J video, they're a little more single coilish. Not quite as heavy as those, but they have a lot of note distinction. So I really like how they sound, and the guitar plays really, really well. So I use this for the solo. So some differences for the IRX and IR-J. I did not set them up to be identical. The IR-J was set up pretty much the way you see it. Everything at noon. The gain was on 7 and the bright switch up. This is the way I like to run it 9 out of 10 times. This does sound brighter than the IRX. So the IRX was run, as you see it, the channel 2, treble up and mids a little bit up, and then the bass run backed off. This definitely has more bass. I don't. Is it more bass? The IR-J has more bite and treble with the bright switches, so I'll say that. Also, the presence and the thumb switches on the power section via the app were set to the middle position. And the IR used for both of these was set in Dave's favorite cabinet on position 1 there for both of them. In the video, you're also going to see the song sample with no lead, and I'll be alternating back and forth between the two units, and so you can really hear what they sound, so that there's no other sounds going on. You just hear the straight sound of the guitar in a mix. It should be within the context of a mix. If you're playing by yourself, I mean, it doesn't matter as much. You just add a little bit more bass, and that's it. Recording, you want to take a lot of that bass off to make up for the actual bass instrument, because that's where a lot of your power comes from, not the guitar. So the inherent differences of both of these, what I would say, it's that brightness factor. Compression is also a little bit different. I think the IR-J has less compression than the IRX. If you want something that's a little bit more modern sounding, a little bit more heavier, I guess the IRX would probably be a little bit better, because it does have some of that bottom end. It's not to say you can't do it on the IR-J. Yeah, you certainly can muffle things. Muffle? That word? Anyways, you could alter things enough that you could definitely raise the bass and get that sound if you want, I would guess. I like them both for their differences, and will use them for their differences. I also like to have the IRX on a dedicated board for other types of cleans and different types of sounds, as I explained in my last IR-J video. IR-J has more of the sound that I like as a guitar player. So when you think of that sound, that's the sound that I like. I guess it's the 800 sound or a hopped up 800 plexi kind of sound. That's what I prefer. Now I have these two. I also have the Taco V2 and JJ. If I was to give you a range of different types of gain and the compression that you see from all of them, the JJ is middle, and you have the hyped super compressed, let's say an EVH would be over here. Then this would be the farthest to the right, closest to a plexi sound, I think, in my mind. Then I would put the Pink Taco more towards that, and the IRX somewhere around that as well, as far as compression goes. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. This has been a lot of fun to do. It's been a long time coming, because as soon as I got this, I thought, oh, it went to the IR-J. And so that's here. Now the two of them back to back, you can really hear how they sound. I prefer this one because this is a sound that I like, but this is no slouch, and it sounds great all on its own as well. So I'm keeping both. So there you go. I'm a happy guy. And that's it. Thanks very much, and see you next time. I hope you like to come back and check out some more videos. Thanks. Take care.